What's up, guys? This is going to be a completely unedited video. I want to talk about what it takes to get into high ticket sales in 2023 today as we speak. Sorry, you have to look at my face. I broke out for the first time in a while because I was slacking on my diet, to be honest. Was eating ice cream a bunch the last few days and wasn't eating fully clean, so that's what happens. But anyways, I want to talk about what it takes to get into this because I'm someone who got into it 3 years ago, and I've watched it evolve. I've watched it change. I've watched a lot of people try to get into it, and I've even coached over a hundred other people on how to get into it and watch their journeys. And I've watched some people succeed. I've watched some people fail. And so really at this point, I'm confident that I know the difference between the people who succeed and the action steps they take and the people who don't succeed and the action steps that they do or don't take. So when I got into high ticket sales, I was 16 years old, and it was a lot less competitive. There weren't hundreds of people DMing influencers every single day asking if they can be an appointment setter or a closer. To be honest, when I got into it, I was reaching out to people who didn't even have a whole sales funnel yet. Like maybe their course was just on a buy now page for $500 or $1,000 or $1,500, and someone could just click the link and go buy it. And so I was almost pitching them on the idea of, hey, what if I came in and instead of you just having a buy now page, we create a system where people can book a call with me. And through booking a call with me, they're going to get to talk to a real person, and I have XYZ sales skills, and because of that, I'm going to end up closing more people. You're going to convert better, and you'll make more money because of it. And that was actually how I started working with the first 2 influencers that I worked with and got some initial experience under my belt. And then as it started growing in popularity, at that point, I had the experience where I could approach these influencers. I had a network of people that I knew, and so I was able to continue to get good sales jobs. But for someone who's just starting out in 2023, it's completely different. Like, everyone knows what a sales funnel is. Everyone has a call booking funnel. Everyone has appointment setters. Everyone has closers. And so what I've seen work recently for students of mine are people who are attacking at different angles. At this point in 2023, it's extremely common for you to DM someone and say, hey, are you looking for an appointment setter? Or, hey, are you looking for a remote closer? Like, just doing that alone can work, but it's going to take an extreme amount of volume. Like, I see people reach out to 100 people and they say, Nick, I reached out to 100 people. Nobody responded, or only 1 or 2 people responded. Nobody wants to get on an interview with me. Why is this not working? And it's simple. You haven't hit enough volume yet. You can't go in having never shot a basketball, walk into a gym, shoot 100 shots, and now you're going to be sinking 3-pointers. It doesn't happen like that. It's going to take thousands and thousands of reps in the gym in order to start sinking 3-pointers. And you're going to have to fine-tune different things about your shot and change things when they're not working. It's the exact same thing with outreach, the exact same thing with high ticket sales and finding a job. It's going to take minimum a few hundred DMs and maximum like thousands of DMs for you to land a job. And so your mindset shouldn't be, I'm going to land a job in the next week, or I'm going to land a job in the next week and a half. It should be, I'm going to do the inputs. I'm going to reach out to hundreds of people, an insane amount of people, more people than I even think is possible to reach out to over these next few weeks, and we'll see where it's at from there. You know, if I have interviews landed, great. If I don't have interviews landed, I'll continue. But then secondly, what I'm going to do is attack from different angles. So instead of just DMing, I'm actually going to look for different ways that I can reach out. I'm going to look for if I can email that influencer, who, by the way, definitely checks their business email. Every single influencer does. Secondly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to reach out with quick video DMs. Third, what I'm going to do, I'm going to reach out with a message DM with a Loom video attached. Influencer clicks on it, watches a 15-second Loom where I introduce myself, talk about my background, talk about who I am, talk about any leadership experience I've had in the past, and anything that can apply from any past experiences that show why I'm a good candidate for a sales role and to be a hard worker on the team. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend 3, 4, 5 hours a day reaching out to those people. And I'm going to be reaching out on all different platforms, not just Instagram, not just Facebook, but TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, any of these other platforms I'm going to be reaching out on. And I'm essentially going to have this mindset that I'm a bull running at my goal, and I'm going to do everything in my power and put forth full effort and energy towards getting to my goal, which is to land a job. And by the way, I understand my first job is probably not going to be that good. But guess what? Any job is better than no job when you have zero experience. And then once I have some experience, now it's like the floodgates open up a little bit. Because after I get this first job, I'm going to be able to reach out to influencers in a more creative way. I'm going to be able to talk about my past experience. I'm going to be able to tell them what I've done for someone else. And I'm going to be able to play that up in a way where now they'll be impressed when they talk to me. And when I get on an interview, I have full confidence because I know that I can talk about the experience I had. Like for me personally, at this point, whenever I get on an interview, which hasn't been for a while, I've been on the same grade offer for about a year now. But whenever I get on a new interview, or if I had to find a new gig, I know with full confidence that I'm going to be extremely qualified. Like if it's a group interview and there's 4 or 5 people on there, I'm probably going to be the most qualified person on that interview. I've closed millions of dollars in deals for other influencers in the coaching specific niche, in different niches, but coaching specifically, courses, info products, mentorships, coaching, all of that, right? That's something I'm extremely well versed in. It's actually basically all that I'm well versed in. I have that one specific great skill set that these influencers are looking for. Not only that, but I have that hustle mentality, that hustle nature, and I'm motivated. And you can tell that when I talk to you on an interview. Because of that, now these influencers want to work with me. Okay, like the last influencer that I was on an interview with that I currently work with, he told me on the phone, after getting on this call, I knew you were 18 because I was 18 at the time. I was not expecting to be as impressed as I am right now. And this is from a guy who's extremely successful, multi-millionaire. The reason he was impressed is because I've spent time over the last 3 years not only building the skill, but also building the resume and the history and the background that he was impressed with. And so my advice if you're looking for a sales gig is get in the entry-level gig, which is going to require the most effort, the most push. And then once you make that breakthrough, it's going to be a lot smoother sailing from there. I've seen people come in a matter of 2 months, they're making $4,000 to $6,000 a month. It's 100% possible. You just need to have the right mindset and you need to put in the work to get there. Okay. So stop watching any other YouTube videos on how to do outreach or how to find high ticket sales jobs. This video explained it for you. Now go do it.